A blessed day to all of us. This school year is very different, but still, we as educators still persevere to educate and enhance our ways of teaching for the welfare of our pupils. My dear friends, educators, administrators, parents, pupils, and other stakeholders, I welcome you all to Bogo Elementary School 2021 Brigada Eskwela Virtual Kickoff with the theme, Bayanihan para sa Paaralan. To formally start our program, let us give a moment of silence and respect for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and Sugbuhin, and let us all acknowledge the presence of the Lord by a prayer.
Subuharang kapupunan sa habagatan, kinapusurang lalawigan sa Kabisayan, sa kaalam kanunahan, sa among bugmaong dumog kanunay halaran. Subupo ng binunyagan sa Kristohanong tinuhuan, di panalimtan kanunay ni Senyor Santo Niño. Makasaysayanon, maapit-apikon, madanihon angay kagayon nga ipasigar mo. Subok pinangga sa klima o panahon, kalinaw kauswagan, palungtaron, palambon, bisan asa mo dangat sa among pagpalingkamot. Ikaw amo kanunay nga handumon, ikaw amo kanunay nga
All that I am, all that I have, I lay them down before you, oh Lord. All my regrets and all my acclaims, the joy and the pain, I'm making them yours. Lord, I offer my life to you. it for your glory. Lord, I offer my days to you, lifting my praise to you as a pleasing sacrifice. Lord, I offer you my life. Things in the past, things yet unseen, wishes and dreams that are yet to come true. All of my heart and all of my praise, my heart and my hands are lifted to you. Lord, I offer my life to you, everything I've been through. Use it for your glory. Lord, I offer my days to you, placing my praise to you as a pleasing sacrifice. Lord, I offer you my life. What can we give that you have not given? What do we have that is not already yours? All we possess that is not worth living, and that's what we give to you, Lord. Lord, I offer my life to you, everything I've been through. Use it for your glory. Lord, I offer my days to you, lifting my praise to you as a pleasing sacrifice. Lord, I offer you my life. Lord, I offer you my life.
And now, we will listen and be inspired by the welcome remarks of our very active and dynamic principal of Bogo Elementary School, Mrs. Joshua Concepcion S. Yangyang. A virtual applause, please.
To our district supervisor, Mrs. Imelda H. Yalon, to our barangay captain, Honorable Rinaldo V. Yalon, and to the barangay council members, especially to our active Chairman Committee on Education, at the same time our School Governing Council Chairman, Honorable Danilo G. Filomeno, to our equally active PTA President, Mrs. Ana John Munez, BOD officers and members, my fellow teachers, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good day to everyone. Today, we are hitting 3 birds in 1 stone, meaning we have 3 activities to celebrate. First is the Brigada Eskwela kick-off ceremony. Second, Stakeholder Summit. And third is the awarding of certificates of recognition to the stakeholders and teachers. Different highlights will be presented as we go along in our activities. Just stay put, relax, and enjoy our activity. Once again, welcome to this 3-in-1 celebration. Thank you and mabuhay!
Thank you so much, Ma'am Yangyang, for your warm welcome. Now, let us hear a message from our beloved Division Partnership Focal Person, Mr. Chani Gulfan. A virtual applause, please.
Good day to all our valued partners, our local government units headed by our municipal mayors and municipal vice mayors, barangay captains and other barangay officials, SK officials, non-government organizations, private sectors, PTA, teachers, learners, and other stakeholders. Thank you so much for expressing your support and commitment to continue to be with us as we embark another school year in this new educational landscape. Today, our district office is holding their 2021 Brigada Eskwela Kick-Off Program and Brigada Pagbasa Launching. Brigada Eskwela, known as National Schools Maintenance Week, entails endeavors that extremely exhibit the spirit of a shared responsibility within the community in helping the Department of Education in providing quality, accessible, relevant, and liberating basic education for all Filipino learners. These aim to bring together all its stakeholders to participate and contribute their time, efforts, and resources to prepare the school facilities for the opening of classes. The Department of Education, in its commitment to ensuring that education must continue amidst the challenges and uncertainties of face-to-face classes brought by COVID-19, shall formally open school year 2021-2020. Since the country is still in a state of public health emergency under Proclamation number 922 series of 2020 and or in a state of calamity under Proclamation numbers 929 and 1021 series of 2020, DepEd has announced as approved by the President that the school opening for school year 2021-2022 is on September 13, 2021. In preparation for the opening of classes, the Brigada Eskwela program shall be implemented from August 3 to the September 30, 2021 with a focus on collaboration and strengthening partnership engagements that complement DepEd's efforts to implement the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan or the BELCP and ensure the delivery of quality basic education notwithstanding the COVID-19 pandemic. The slogan of Brigada Eskwela, Bayanihan para sa Paaralan, shall be adopted as the theme for this year, promoting collaboration for safe living and addressing social issues and concerns in schools, at homes, and in the community. School heads shall take the lead role in planning the activities geared on making schools ecologically conscious, resilient, clean, and conducive to learning. And then, we are also reminded that no Brigada Eskwela fee shall be collected from parents or solicited from other volunteers. The traditional concept of Brigada Eskwela, which involves physical cleaning, painting, repainting, and doing minor repairs, will still not happen during the Brigada Eskwela implementation period this year. However, considering our schools are being used in the preparation of our learning packets, including the picking up and returning of the same by our parents, physical cleaning and disinfection may be allowed during the 2 weeks before the opening of classes in public schools, depending on the prevailing local risk classification and community quarantine guidelines. If allowed, the schools shall strictly comply with protocols on social distancing and implement precautionary measures consistent with the IATF health protocols, DOH protection protocols, local quarantine rules, and all other relevant protocols provided in DepEd and DepEd Task Force COVID-19 issuances. And part of Brigada Eskwela, the World Vision Development Foundation, in partnership with the Department of Education, launches Brigada Pagbasa, a movement that seeks to enhance the reading skills of the Filipino children. The project, an extension of the Brigada Eskwela campaign that promotes community participation in time for school opening. It will bring together experts, change makers, policy makers, and other stakeholders across all sectors from international and local agencies, as well as public and private organizations to spread reading literacy among Filipino children. Literacy is very important in learning. It is essential in building knowledge among people and children that eventually they will use as they grow up. The aim of education is to provide a literate student and teach literacy among young people. to equip them later in their lives and discover their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building a nation. I am a firm believer that schools and community are one unit, and partnerships with all sectors of the community are essential to helping children reach their maximum potential. Community collaboration with schools complements and reinforces values, culture, and the learning opportunities that schools can provide for their students. We will continue to strengthen these partnerships and develop new ones to ensure a promising future for our schools. As DepEd embarks on a new chapter, the new normal era in its legacy to create a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe and motivating learning environment and providing 21st century learning for our Cebuano learners, we need our community partners more than ever. Dasig kanunay o kami nag-imbitar sa atong mga valued partners nga atong suportaan ang mga eskwelahan pinaagi sa pag-support sa atong mga Brigada Eskwela activities. Tara na! Mag-Brigada Eskwela na ta! Dasig kanunay, dasig Sugbo, kay sa Sugbo, bata ang sentro sa panerbisyo. Maayong adlaw ka natong tanan!
Thank you so much, Sir Chani, for sharing your wonderful message. At this time, let us hear from Miss Florenda F. Famulagan, Bogo Elementary School Partnership Focal Person, for the presentation of Brigada Eskwela Guidelines.
Brigada Eskwela champions the spirit of volunteerism in Department of Education. It is not only DepEd's program, but also that of education stakeholders. Taking part in the school preparation activities and works are neither mandatory nor requisite for learners to be accommodated in schools. In light of the current COVID-19 situation, this year's Brigada Eskwela shall ensure support for the provision of learning opportunities while ensuring health, safety, and protection of the well-being of learners, teachers, and personnel. Brigada Eskwela shall play an important mechanism to enable schools to catch up with the expectations for multiple learning delivery modalities. Aside from the usual activities conducted in the past Brigada Eskwela, school heads must ensure the following, among other related initiatives. Coordinate with the local government units or other non-government organizations and volunteers to clean and disinfect school buildings, classrooms, and other school facilities. Engage partners to raise the availability of the following items in school during Brigada Eskwela. First, printing of COVID-19 and sanitation or proper hand-washing hygiene information materials. Second, printing of materials and provision of supplies for distance learning for the learners, teachers, and parents like bond papers, worksheets, notebooks, pad paper, ball pens, pencils, crayons, coloring materials, and others. Third, hand sanitizing materials such as rubbing alcohol, antibacterial or germicidal soap. Fourth, medical devices and equipment like infrared and digital thermometer, pulse oximeter, thermal scanner, stethoscope, blood pressure monitor machine. Fifth, washable face mask, surgical face mask, face shield, and surgical gloves. Sixth, cleaning tools, materials or disinfectants that may be used to disinfect the learning areas such as spray tank, disinfectant spray, or disinfecting bleach, foot bath, and lastly, multivitamins capsules, tablets, or syrups for DepEd personnel and learners. The school head must also ensure that psychological first aid or other psychological interventions and debriefing are conducted in partnership with the stakeholders during the implementation of Brigada Eskwela. Conduct orientation activities with teachers, partners, parents teachers associations or PTA, and learners on DepEd's Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan with a special focus on the implementation of DepEd multiple learning delivery modalities. The use of computer-mediated communication strategy in conducting above-cited activities is highly encouraged. Encourage parents and possible collaborations with the schools to provide support for the continuation of learning opportunities. Engage parents in the promotion of the new school system. The new role and increased involvement of the parents in the learning of their children are essential to augment available resources and technology in the community. Engage partners in the promotion and provision of distance learning delivery modalities such as local radio or TV stations and other available media as a form of Brigada Eskwela and partnership initiative to deliver the curriculum. The school heads may identify resources and partnerships necessary for high-tech, low-tech, or no-tech aid for learning. The school head must also coordinate with the concerned DepEd units on the possible implementation of gulayan sa tahanan or urban vegetable gardening at home as part of Brigada Eskwela and school, family, community partnerships to promote sustainable food supply at homes. Giawhag kitang tanan sa pagpananom sa mga bakanting luna duol sa atong panimalay, isip pagsuporta sa atong adlaw-adlaw nga mga panginahanglan. Sa among mga pinalanggang ginikanan og mga stakeholders, kami nang hinaot sa inyong walay puas nga pagsuporta sa atong eskwelahan, alang sa kaugmaon sa atong mga kabataan, ug alang sa kalampusan sa Brigada Eskwela 2021.
At this juncture, let us hear from our very hardworking principal of Bogo Elementary School, Mrs. Joshua Concepcion S. Yang, for the presentation of School Learning Continuity Plan. A virtual applause, please.
On the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, all schools implemented the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan in order to improve learning outcomes, employing various alternative learning delivery modalities, and sustained strong collaboration between and among stakeholders, partners, and staff across all levels of governance. Bogo Elementary School is racing to ensure that COVID-19 pandemic does not detach the Bogo learners from school while adhering to the COVID-19 very strict social distancing measures. Secretary Leonor Magtulis Briones said, all efforts and initiatives to implement the Learning Continuity Plan will greatly depend on family and community support. We need to prepare not only the schools, learners, administrators, teaching and non-teaching personnel, but also the parents or guardians of the learners. Based on the learner's profile from the Learners Enrollment Survey Form or the LESF, Bogo Elementary School learners with tools and internet at home is only 8%, meaning 29 out of 430 had complete tools and internet. Learners without tools and internet connectivity is 91.94%, which means 401 out of 430 had no tools and internet connectivity. Based on the survey, Bogo Elementary School implemented the distance learning modality through the printed modular learning. Our school performance for school year 2020-2021 are the following. Participation rate, 99.78%. Dropout rate, 0%, meaning no learners drop out from school. Graduation rate, 100%. Promotion rate, 99.50%. Retention rate, 99.69%. Our dear Bogohanons, remember this. It takes a village to educate a child. Our success is based on your support. I hope the same support will be extended for the coming school year. Good day everyone, and keep safe.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Yang Yang. Next is the presentation of promotional video on school accomplishments by the principal of Bogo Elementary School. A virtual round of applause, please.
School year 2020-2021 is a very challenging year to all of us, especially to our dear parents, to the learners, to the stakeholders, as well as to the teachers. But in spite of these challenges we are facing, there is still hope. Hope that we can overcome this new learning modality, that is the blended modular learning that needs more resources. Through the support of the parents, the barangay officials headed by our barangay captain, Honorable Rinaldo Villalon, and to the Chairman Committee on Education, Honorable Danny Filomeno, and to the PTA officers and members, by giving boxes of bond papers, ink for printing the modules, and with the equally support of the municipal LGU headed by our municipal mayor Alan Cisaldo, through the SEF budget by purchasing boxes and boxes of bond paper for the new learning modality. Bogo Elementary School is proud of the accomplishment we had for school year 2020-2021, and they are the following. Best school for zero dropout rate for 2 years, school year 2019-2020 and 2020-2021. Participation rate 99.78%, dropout rate 0%, graduation rate 100%, promotion rate 99.50%, retention rate 99.69%, and Bogo Elementary School also ranked 4th place in the 5S district evaluation. We also have our ongoing painting of the front school fence, and also we support the Sugbusog program of the governor. And lastly, we have 2 buildings with 12 classrooms. All of this accomplishment were made through the efforts of everyone. I have nothing to say, but thank you everyone. Good day and God bless.
Thank you, Ma'am Yang Yang. At this moment, let us have the presentation of notable practices by our very responsible school Sugbusog coordinator, Mrs. Anisita Saiki Marie S. Umboy. A virtual applause, please.
Welcome to Sugbusog sa Eskwelahan program. In spite of absence of face-to-face classes brought by COVID-19 pandemic, the teaching force of Bogo Elementary School work hand in hand to realize the implementation of this new DepEd program from the entire province of Cebu, the Sugbusog sa Eskwelahan. Before the making of our Sugbusog garden, the stakeholders of our school, Bogo Elementary School, headed by our active principal, Mrs. Joshua Concepcion S. Yang Yang, were able to initiate and raise funds for the purchase of construction materials like hollow blocks, cement, sand and gravel to construct plant boxes for the garden. With the untiring efforts and collaboration of our hardworking utility worker and school guard, Kuya Uno and Kuya John, the said implementation was started immediately. We also received seeds of different variety of vegetables from the Department of Agriculture. On the schedule of planting, seeds were planted in the seed boxes and plastic pots following the Sugbusog guidelines. During the planting time, the teachers, PTA officers, and some SPG representatives, together with their parents, refilled the plant boxes with organic fertilizer, particularly animal manure, brought by the parents and mixed together with the original soil to yield equally grown plants. We assured that we had refilled exact and the same amount of organic fertilizers per blocks of the garden. Then, seedlings were transplanted to the garden permanently. And now, as you can see, newly painted plant boxes and presence of poles for the vine plant. Vegetables were already situated in the respective area. We have our ampalaya, upland kangkong, string beans, eggplant, okra, and upo. At last, the sugbusog sa eskwelahan Bogo Elementary School were implemented and came to realize, hoping for a plenty of harvest from our garden for a healthier lifestyle and strong immunity to fight our body from COVID-19 virus. So, we should plant, nurture, harvest, and eat vegetables. God bless and keep safe, everyone.
Thank you, Mom Psyche. And now, it is overwhelming to hear a message of support from our very prolific and generous PTA President of Bogo Elementary School, Miss Ana John S. Muñez. A virtual applause, please.
Sa akong mga kauban sa SGC Council, to all Bogo Elementary School teachers, headed by our energetic principal, Mrs. Joshua Concepcion S. Yang, ug to all stakeholders, good day. Isip usa ka PTA President sa school year 2020-2021, mapasalamaton ako kaninyong tanan sa atong pagtambayayong nga nagmabungahon ang school year bisan pa man sa kalisod sa sitwasyon tungod sa pandemya. Ug alang sa pagsanong o pagsupport para nausab sa umaabot nga school year 2021-2022 nga magasugod karong September 13, 2021. Giauhag nako ang full support natong mga parents sa atong eskwelahan niining Brigada Balik Eskwela. Isip pag-prepare na usab sa atong school year, pwede kitang mo share sa atong mga ginagmay nga blessing para sa support sa atong second year modular learning. And lastly, daghan kayong salamat sa Bogo Elementary School teaching staff ug sa mga ginikanan nga way puas nga suporta aron magmalampuson atong mga anak bisan pa man sa lisod sa sitwasyon tungod sa pandemya. May God bless us all. Stay healthy and stay all safe all the time. Daghang salamat.
Thank you, Miss President. Next is another message of support from Honorable Danilo V. Filomeno, our School Governing Council Chairman as well as the Barangay Chairman Committee on Education. A warm hand of applause virtually, please. Thank you, Miss President. Next is another message of support from Honorable Danilo V. Filomeno, our School Governing Council Chairman as well as the Barangay Chairman Committee on Education. A warm hand of applause virtually, please.
Ang adlaw ka natong tanan, welcome ta sa atong umaabot na school year 2021-2022. But before that, naatay programa sa DepEd sa gobyerno hanggang ginganlan o Brigada Eskwela. Pagkatambayuyungan kini sa mga ginikanan sa barangay official, sa Student Governing Council o sa atong teaching force sa Bogo Elementary School. Kini siya pagsanong kini sa atong gobyerno sa pagpangandam sa umaabot nga school year 2021-2022 sa pagpanglimpyo, pagpamintal with the cooperation sa tanang stakeholders sa Bogo Elementary School. Muna nga ako i-kick off ang atong barangay Brigada Eskwela karong adlaw. Usapon niini, dako kay among pasalamat sa among pinalanggang kapitan sa iyang pagsanong sa mga materyales nga iyang gihatag para sa luyo nga bahin diri sa atong eskwelahan kung diin ang baha kung mag-ulan usulod gayud sa eskwelahan nato adto padulong sa classroom sa mga maestra. O nang adakaking salamat ni Kapitan Rinaldo Yalon atong pagbatok po sa paghangyo kaniya. Yan, sanong siya sa atong mga hangyo. Ang kasalamat o niya, ang ikatulon akong ipasalamat sa ato gihapong pinalanggang kapitan, mao ang atong budget sa deserving students nga 12 ni sila kabuok with high honors, the rest with honors. Nadawat na nila ang ilang pahalipay atong Agosto 17 karong tuiga sa 2021. Maong dakaking salamat. Pinaagi sa inyo ninyo mga ginikanan, magtinabangay tabangi po din yung mga estudyante, yung mga anak, matuman nila, magmalampuson sila sa ilang pag-eskwela sa Bogo Elementary School. Sa dahan kayong salamat. Mayang hapon.
Thank you so much, Honorable Danilo, for your heartwarming message. Let us hear another message of support from our ever-supportive Barangay Captain of Bogo, Argao, Cebu, no other than Honorable Rinaldo V. Yalon. A thunderous virtual applause, please.
Akong pagtahod sa atong kugihan, buutan og maabtik nga principal dinhi sa Bogo Elementary School, Ma'am Joshua Concepcion Yangyang, ug sa iyang mga grupong maabtik kugihan usab nga mga magtutudlo, sa atong mga stockholder, mga ginikanan ug uban pa natong mga pinalanggang kaigsuunang lumulupyo dinhi sa Barangay Bogo, Argao, nako ug sa konseho sa Barangay Bogo, among kinasingkasing pagpasalamat sa inyong partisipasyon nga nahimong magmalampuson ug sa mga kalambuan diha sa atong eskwelahan nga atong nakita karon ang mga kausaban nga bisan tuod sa mga kalisdanan nga atong natagamtam, nagagahin pagyud kita og panahon, material ug hunahuna sa atong sagsatagsa kaobligasyon aron mabugkos ang atong tinguha sa pagkabot sa atong pangandoy nga school friendly, productive and competitive Bogo Elementary School. Busa aron mapadayon ang atong tumong og tinguha sa kaayuhan sa tanan, kining inyong kapitan Rinaldo Biguelon maghangyo kaninyo sa pagpakabana ug pagsalmot sa atong kalihukan karong September 10, 2021, Brigada Eskwela agig pangandam or andamo nato ang atong eskwelahan para sa atong pining sa klase karong Pitsa 13, 2021 ug sa maong okasyon ato usab madungog ang mga kalambuan sa atong Bogo Elementary School nga isaysay kanato sa atong principal sa maong eskwelahan. Busa ayaw kamo kalimot, usbon ako akong kinasingkasing paghangyo kaninyo, pagsalmot unya haron maandam nato ang tanan para sa atong kabataan unya sa panahon pag-abri sa eskwela. Dili na nakanakotason, daghan na salamat ug maayong hapon gatong tanan.
Thank you, Honorable Rinaldo Villalon, for the very encouraging message. And now, let us listen to another message of support from our very enthusiastic Municipal School Governing Council Federated President, Dr. Isabelo O. Montejo. A big hand virtually, please.
Sa atong maabtikon nga District Supervisor sa Argao District 1, si Ma'am Imelda Yalon, ang atong mga principals and head teacher sa Argao District 1, ang atong nga mga teachers, educators, ug sa tanan nga mga learners, mga ginikanan, local government units, ug mga estudyante or mga learners sa Argao District 1, mayong buntag natong tanan. I'm so glad this week upon having the information that the district needs my support, speech of support regarding the Brigada Eskwela 2021. You know, the Brigada Eskwela 2021 is very much different sa niaging mga Brigada Eskwela nga ang atuang focus nato higayuna, it's more on the physical preparation of the school, particularly on improvement of the ground, the landscape, as well as the classrooms of the different classrooms sa mga eskwelahan. But this year, considering that we are in the pandemic situation, our focus is more on community, reaching out community to foster community relation with the stakeholders in improving the implementation of our basic education learning continuity plan for 2021. Siguro we can have less activity on physical and landscape, on other improvement of the school, but our responsibility focus on how we are going to link the relationship between the parents, the learners, the teachers, and the local officials in the community, as well as all the stakeholders who has responsibility in helping our learners to learn despite of this pandemic that we are having right now. So mga kaigsunan, mga girikanan, mga teachers, local government units, although dili nato mahigap ang tanan, dili nato mahimo ang tanan, but if we work together, I know that we can malipasan nato tong problema nato ining pandemic. Then normal, we will hopefully we can back to normal in the next year, in the following years, so that we can also continue the activity. Now let's work on what is needed, strategy which is needed in this particular time. So manghinaot ako nga nining Brigada Eskwela nga atuang focus karon, nga atong team karon is at magtambayayong kita para sa atong eskwelahan, para pagpalambo sa atong relationship sa atong mga katawhan sa community, local government units, mga parents, mga learners, para nga muuswag pa ang atong strategy nga atong nasugdan last year, in particularly in implementing the school the basic education learning plan sa school. So kanatong tanan, manghinaot ako nga successful ang atong himuon nga kick-off sa atong Brigada Eskwela, which is to me unique for 2021. And manghinaot ako nga dili lamang sa Brigada Eskwela kita maghugpong, kundi atong himuon ang panaghugpong hangtod sa mahuman kinitong pandemic, hangtod sa nga mahuman pakahatag kitag support sa atong mga learners. Remember that kining atong gihimo tanan dili ni para kanato karon, it's not for us. Kamo mga specialist sa DepEd, gikan sa atong supervisor, hangtod sa atong mga teacher in charge, ug atong mga teachers, dili ni para kanato kundi dili para sa atong mga learners who will become the future leaders in this country. Salamat ug mayong buntag kanatong tanan.
Thank you, Dr. Montejo, for that very inspiring message. This time, let us gladly hear from the woman of wisdom and success, our very own Public Schools District Supervisor, Mrs. Imelda H. Yalon. A spectacular virtual applause, please.
Barangay officials, headed by our very active barangay captain, Honorable Reynaldo V. Hialon, SGC President, Mr. Danilo Filomeno, ug iyang mga kaubanan, PTA officers headed by Mrs. Anna John S. Monies, and other stakeholders who might be watching and are with us in this very important activity. Of course, our school head in Bogo Elementary School, Mrs. Joshua Concepcion Yang, our school BE coordinator, Miss Florenda F. Famulagan, beloved teachers, our dear parents, ug labaw sa tanan, ang atong mga kabataan nga dugay na natong wala igkita dinhi sa eskwelahan ug ato nang namingawan pag-ayo. Kanatong tanan, maayong adlaw.
Daghan ko gustong isulti pero unahon jud nako ang pagtunol sa akong kinasing-kasing nga pagpasalamat kaninyong tanan nga nakig-unong sa atong pagpadagan niining atong eskwelahan sa Bogo sulod niining panahon sa pandemya ug sa wala pang pandemya. Dili matukib sa pulong ang akong kalipay nga bisan pa man sa kalisod ug mga pagsulay. Ilabi na ni atong panahon nga wala pag-iigong suportang finansyal ang atong departamento kanato sa pagprinta sa mga modules. Nakakita ra gihapon kita ag pamaagi ug nakalinggawas ra gihapon kita. Nahitabo kini tungod kay wala kami ninyo pasagdai. Nagkahiusa kitang tanan. Sa tinuod lang, walay nakapangandam kanato alang niining pandemya. Ang tanan nakuratan. Bisan manggani ang atong panggobyerno, wala daan makagahin og igong pundo alang niini. Gawas pa sa problemang finansyal, dili pud tiaw ang kahadlok nga nasinati natong tanan. Ug gani sa paminaw ko, mas ni grabe pa man karong panahona. Nag-anxiety na ang uban tungod kay kadaghan namang gyud sa mga nagkasakit ug do na pagyoy mga nangamatay. May they rest in peace. Pero hinaot nga dili kini makapabugnaw kanato. Hinunua magpadayon kita sa atong kausa sa pagpalambo sa atong eskwelahan ug pagpaedukar sa atong mga kabataan. Buhaton unta nato ang tanan para masuportaan ang ilang mga panginahanglan. Hinuon dinhi sa Bogo, puno ang akong dughan sa pagdaig og kalipay tungod sa inyong mga nabuhat bisan pa man sa kalisod. Ako saksi sa inyong hiniusang kusog nga mibunga sa daghang mga kaayuhan. I hope ang atong mga teachers through the leadership of Ma'am Yang padayong mubuhat kutob sa mahimo nga mahatagan og learning materials ang mga bata uban ang pagpadangat sa mga giya aron lamang mapaniguro nga dunay makatunan ang atong mga estudyante. Sayod ako nga dili gyud kini ingon og ania sila sa eskwelahan nagkat-on, pero nisalig usab ako nga anaa ang atong mga ginikanan or home tutors nga mutabang sa pagpasabot sa mga bata ilabi na sa lower grades. Pahimudsan lang usa nato og unsay mahimo sulod ning panahon sa krisis. I know moabot ra ang panahon nga mahibalik kita sa atong naandan nga mga pamaagi. Ug kanus-a kini Dios ra gyud ang nasayod. Dili man pugod pwede nga ihunong ang pagpakat-on sa mga bata. Ang atong kadagkuan sa DepEd nagmugna og daghang programa aron mapaniguro nga mapadayon sa tanang mga eskwelahan ang mga gimbuhaton aron sama sa old normal time walay bata nga mahibyaan kun sa in English pa no child should be left behind. Hinaot pa nga sama sa miaging tuig tingtungha kamong among mga partners labi na ang atong barangay council, SGC and PTA officers, purok officers ug uban pang mga stakeholders dili pulan sa pagtabang sa atong pinalanggang eskwelahan dinhi sa Bogo. Padayon unta kitang magtambayayong alang og tungod sa atong kabataan. Hinumduman nato dili pa kita sigurado og hangtod kanus-a kining atong pandemya. Ang sigurado lamang mao nga kung kita magkahiusa, doon na gyud kita'y mahimo para sa paglambo sa atong eskwelahan o pagpadayon sa pagpakat-on sa atong mga kabataan. Ug madamlag, kining tanan, mahimo na lang part of the history. Ug kung tagaan kitag higayon nga mabuhi pa ni anang panahona, handumon na lang unya nato ang kalisod, ang kahadlok ug ang kawadon. Pero nagmadaugon tungod kini sa timos nga pagtinabangay o pag-inunungay. Nga kung sa in English pa, we heal as one. Daghang salamat and congratulations Bogo Elementary School family for being able to put up this very noble activity. To God be the glory.
Thank you, Ma'am Imelda, for your fulfilling message. Next part of our program is a statement of commitment to action to be given by our vivacious Bogo Elementary School Faculty President, Mrs. Jennifer M. Empinado. An enormous applause, please.
Service is something that the public needs, which is planned. This is according to Collins English Dictionary. Amazing day to all the sportive, active, and committed stakeholders sa Bogo Elementary School. Really true that it is being part of the social and community involvement ang pag-apil sa Brigada Eskwela nga pagabuhaton sa matag eskwelahan. Bisan pa atong pandemic nga kahimtang karon, padayon kining kitang magtinabangay alang sa ugmaon sa atong mga kabataan. Dili kita mohunong kay edukasyon, dili mohunong. Padayon kita maningkamot alang sa umaabot nga mga damgo sa mga matag ginikanan nga adunay katumanan. Dako na mo pasalamat sa tanang stakeholders nga abag sa niaging tuig. Gani dayag kaayo nga sabisan sa sako-sako lang nga fertilizer o abono nga inyong gitampo o sa mga tanong nga inyong gidala diri sa eskwelahan. Dako na kayo tabang aron sa pagsuporta sa programa sa gobyerno. Nga kinahanglan gayud ana ay makita nga vegetable garden o flower garden sa matag tunghaan. Sa wala makaduaw sa Bogo Elementary School, mao ni ang panahon nga muli ugutan mo sa inyong ipahatod nga tabang, material man o financial, aron makaingon pod mo nga kulang pa jud ay ang akong tabang. Ug tungod niini, ako nighangyo kaninyo ug kita tanan magtinabangay ay padayon nato ato pagsuporta dinhi sa eskwelahan. God gave us head aron kita anay saktong paghunahuna. God give us body aron na kitay health nga timanon. God give us hands aron na kitay mahimong matrabaho makuri-kuri. And God give us feet aron makalakaw o makaserbisyo kita sa atong mga kaigsuonan nga nakinahanglan niini. Daghang salamat kanyong tanan o malipayon adlaw o to God be the highest glory.
Thank you, Ma'am Jennifer. At this moment, let us have the Partners Pledge of Unity to be led by our Bogo Elementary School PTA President, Ms. Ana Jan S. Muñez. A big virtual applause, please.
Partners Pledge of Unity and Commitment. Raise your right hands and repeat after me. We, the stakeholders of Bogo Elementary School, hereby pledge to commit ourselves to be part of in the notable endeavor of the Brigada Eskwela program because we believe in the spirit of volunteerism and bayanihan and that the education of the Filipino youth is everybody's concern. We pledge to do our share to carry out corporate and social responsibilities to the school as we have the ultimate aim of helping children learn better and reach their fullest potential and achieve the desired learning outcomes in education. We also pledge to undertake relevant activities as volunteers, donors, and spectators of different programs and activities in the Department of Education that will help them addressing challenging in this time of pandemic and ensure smooth opening of class. We are one in transpiring the dream of every Bogohanon learner into action because we see this cause as an opportunity for us to become a strong and dynamic partner for a better today and a brighter tomorrow. We express our commitment for the greater glory of God. Good day to all of us.
A quote from Denzel Washington. Man gives you the award, but God gives you the reward. At this time, let us have the awarding of stakeholders in the teachers category, to be given by the passionate Principal 1 of Bogo Elementary School, Mrs. Joshua Concepcion Ezianyang. An outrageous virtual applause, please.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Schools Division of Cebu Province, District of Argao 1, Bogo Elementary School, Bogo, Argao, Cebu. Certificate of recognition is presented to Mark Anthony C. Pantuhan in recognition of his outstanding performance as School Disaster Risk Reduction Management, or the DRRM, and School Learning Resources Management and Development System Coordinator, with integrity, hard work, and wavering determination contributed to the achievement of the learning modalities specified in the School Learning Continuity Plan, or the BELCP, for school year 2020-2021. Given this 10th day of September 2021 at Bogo Elementary School, Bogo, Argao, Cebu, Philippines. Signed, Joshua Concepcion Ezianyang, School Principal 1. Certificate of recognition is presented to Clarissa R. Rigor. Certificate of recognition is presented to Jennifer M. Empinado. Certificate of recognition is presented to Nigel M. Bidolido. Certificate of recognition is presented to Florinda F. Pamulagan. Certificate of recognition is presented to Annalyn A. Uyangurin. Certificate of recognition is presented to Chudula A. Bangkil. Certificate of recognition is presented to Ria May B. Nasibo. Certificate of recognition is presented to Ronalyn A. Navarrete. Certificate of recognition is presented to Corazon A. Ortega. Certificate of recognition is presented to Lita A. Alviso. Certificate of recognition is presented to Lugin C. Bacalso. Certificate of recognition is presented to Rosalinda M. Chavez. Certificate of recognition is presented to Hazel P. Gulmatico. Certificate of recognition is presented to Clavel G. Hirauda. Certificate of recognition is presented to Julian M. Chavez. Certificate of recognition is presented to Anisita Saiti Marie S. Umboy. Congratulations, teachers!
Thank you, Ma'am. And at this juncture, let us have the awarding of parents and other stakeholders to be given by our very competent and ideal school guidance coordinator, Mrs. Jolianne M. Chavez. A hearty virtual applause, please.
A pleasant afternoon to everyone. Your dedication, heart, mind, and soul towards work, responsibility, and commitment is really inspiring. Your sincere efforts, sacrifices, generosity, cooperation, and hard work deserve this success. In behalf of our dear principal, Mrs. Joshua Concepcion Ezianyang, I am truly honored and privileged to give recognition to all our SGC officers, members, and stakeholders of Bogo Elementary School. Here is the citation of the Certificate of Recognition. Department of Education, Region 7, Central Visayas, Division of Cebu Province, District of Argao 1, Bogo Elementary School, Bogo, Argao, Cebu. Certificate of recognition is given to Danilo G. Filomeno in appreciation and recognition of their enormous support, valuable time, efforts, and resources contributed to the school's implementation of Banner Project and other programs and projects in Bogo Elementary School, Bogo, Argao, Cebu. given this 10th day of September 2021 at Bogo Elementary School, Argao, Cebu, Philippines. Signed, Joshua Concepcion S. Yangyang, School Principal 1. Certificate of recognition is given to Mary Grace Sarsaba. Certificate of recognition is given to Annalyn C. Lucion. Certificate of recognition is given to Marilyn Barrios. Certificate of recognition is given to Shoni C. Sarsaba. Certificate of recognition is given to Miguela L. Villaflor. Certificate of recognition is given to Clavel G. Herauda. Certificate of recognition is given to Ana Jan Muniez. Certificate of recognition is given to Mercy O. Bericel. Certificate of recognition is given to Anisita Psyche Marie S. Omboy. Certificate of recognition is given to Nigel M. Bidolido. Certificate of recognition is given to Roslyn Manangli. Certificate of recognition is given to Florime A. Bermejo. Certificate of recognition is given to Lugin C. Bacalso. Certificate of recognition is given to Glisenda G. Salazar. Certificate of recognition is given to Ana Marie T. Lobitos. Certificate of recognition is given to Jessamay Ortega. Certificate of recognition is given to Paz Pantinople. Certificate of recognition is given to Jason Alcantara. Certificate of recognition is given to Reynante Calma. Certificate of recognition is given to Juana Maylene C. Daven. Certificate of recognition is given to Eunice Jane Medallion. Certificate of recognition is given to Sinaida Pantuhan. Certificate of recognition is given to Hazel P. Golmatico. Certificate of recognition is given to Angelita A. Albotra. Certificate of recognition is given to Bogo alumni and donors. Certificate of recognition is given to Evelyn Macasero Peterson. Certificate of recognition is given to Melinda Macasero. Certificate of recognition is given to Bogo Barangay Council. Certificate of recognition is given to Reynaldo Villalon. Congratulations! A heartfelt congratulations to all our awardees in your achievement. You all did a great job. We're so blessed and proud to all of you. May the spirit of partnership continues to grow smoothly and with great love. All the best for this school year. God bless and stay safe. Congratulations and once again, good afternoon.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan.
Dedication, motivation, and cooperation are the vital elements for the success of our first ever virtual school Brigada Eskwela Kick-Off program. On behalf of Bogo Elementary School teaching staff, I would like to express my sincerest thanks to the persons behind this undertaking. To our public schools, District Supervisor of Arga 1, Mrs. Imelda H. Yalon, to our beloved Municipal Mayor Honorable Alan N. Cisaldo, To our Municipal SGC President, Dr. Isabella O. Montejo, to our Bogo Barangay Captain, Honorable Rinaldo Villalon, to our SGC President of Bogo Elementary School, Honorable Danilo Calumino, and to our PTA President, Madam Ana Jan S. Mañez. Your valuable support towards our school is highly commendable. I would like also to acknowledge the unpaid efforts of our team for the video editing, Mr. Mark Anthony Sipantuhan with Ms. Florenda F. Mulagan, for the program through the leadership of Mrs. Ronaldin Ina Berete together with Mrs. Julian M. Chavez and Mrs. Annalyn A. Oyangari, for the certificates with the leadership of Ms. Nigel M. Vidoridi together with Mrs. Lita A. Alviso and Mrs. Rhea May B. Nasibo, and to all my school teachers for all their untiring preparation for the school year 2021 to 2022. Lastly, to all our internal and external stakeholders for your valuable support towards the attainment of the goals and objectives of Bogo Elementary School. I would like also to take this opportunity to announce the opening of the school year 2021 to 2022 on September 13, 2021, Monday. Instructions for module distribution will be communicated by each respective advisor through group chat, text messages, or calls. And I would like also to announce that Bogo Elementary School is still accepting donations for this school year. Your help towards our school is highly appreciated. God bless and keep safe.
According to Albert Einstein, try not to become a man of success, rather, become a man of value. Without delay, let us have the closing remarks to be given by our kind and benevolent Faculty Vice President, Mrs. Annalyn A. Oyangoran. A virtual applause, please.
Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much, said Helen Keller. Good day. This much is true when it comes to the teamwork the community needs to sustain in order to build a conducive learning environment. We have now come to the close of yet another busy, productive, and successful 3-in-1 activity, the 2021 Brigada Eskwela Virtual Kick-Off and Engagement Day. Let us go on what we have, what we can do, and what we can achieve, as education is our priority for its changing needs and demands in this time of pandemic. Let us continue to collaborate each other to strengthen the implementation of our school learning continuity plan of Bogo Elementary School. Atong ipadayon ang atong pagtinabangay o pagsuporta alang sa atong mga kabataan dinhi sa atong tulungaan sa Bogo Elementary School. Daghang salamat.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our closing program. We sincerely thank you all for participating and joining us today in our 2021 Virtual Brigada Eskwela Kickoff. This has been your MC, Ronaldin A. Navarrete, signing off. Tara na! Brigada na!